Release parking brake, roll forward, and perform brake check. Using proper crosswind correction, taxi to the end of the runway.
Alright, welcome to the flight. Do some Gleim. Doing some Gleim pilot training here. See if we get situated. Alright. So, using proper crosswind correction, taxi to the end of the runway. Looks like it started off in the wrong place, so we're just going to go ahead and cruise on over, see what it tells us to do here. Slow down a little bit here.
Hold short of the runway, clear the area, and make a radio call.
Sure, we can do that.
Taxi onto runway and align airplane with runway center line. Hold short of the runway, clear the area, and make a radio call. Taxi onto runway and align airplane with runway center line.
Here we go. Attempt to get it set up here. There's an update. I contacted Gleim and they said that they're working on matching the waypoints with the update. So that's what we got going on here. So we're just having to play with it at the moment until we get there. I don't think it should be that hard to fix waypoints, but what do I know?
Apply full power.
Yeah, we can do that.
Maintain the center line and use proper crosswind correction. Maintain the center line and use proper crosswind correction. Rotate and perform a best rate climb to 2,000 feet.
Quite horrible, I'd have to say.
Enter normal cruise.
All right. Entering normal cruise.
Practice area.
All right. Oh, great. Just gonna work on IFR
Maintain
flying, looks
straight
like.
and level flight.
So I get this leveled out here. There we go.
Slow to 90 knots.
Slowing to 90 knots.
Constant airspeed climb 500 feet at 90 knots.
Passing 2400.
Constant airspeed descent 500 feet at 90 knots.
Okay. Can make a descent 500 feet. Definitely not as easy as it looks. Just here learning to fly. Just starting now. Just doing these practice runs, I think this is one of the hardest, and I'm not quite sure why they have
Constant airspeed
IFR
climb
flying
400 feet at 90 knots.
after only a couple practice runs. Okay, climbing 490 knots. Heading should be at 270. Okay, can fix for that.
Constant airspeed descent 400 feet at 90 knots.
Okay, now we're going to descend 400 feet, 90 knots.
Constant airspeed climb 300 feet at 90 knots.
Okay. Climb 300.
Constant airspeed descent 300 feet at 90 knots.
Do another descent.
Constant airspeed climb 200 feet at 90 knots. Constant airspeed descent 200 feet at 90 knots.
Our descent 200.
Constant airspeed climb 100 feet at 90 knots.
Climb to 100.
Constant airspeed descent 100 feet at 90 knots.
Making a heady correction while we're doing this.
Return to normal cruise.
Okay, normal cruise. Trimmed out the fat. There we go. Alright, hey Bordeaux Fair. Hopefully I didn't butcher the name there too much. Thanks for the follow.
Left standard rate turn to 090.
Do left standard turn to 90. If you're wondering why the screen's all fogged out, it's because Gleim here is having us do some IFR flying. But visibility at 0. Just give it a little more. Go ahead and start our rollout.
Cruise climb to 2,500 feet and
Cruise
right
climb.
standard rate turn to 180.
2,500 feet. And a right standard turn to 180. That's doing that. I am looking away. Airspeed a bit. Just messed up a bit because I wasn't paying too much attention there. To right.
Cruise descent to 2,000 feet and left standard rate turn to 090.
Left standard rate back to 90. Saw a pilot went in a fog with visibility 2000 terrible landing. This mode is good to practice it, I guess.
Return to normal cruise.
Yeah, it's just so weird that they have you do it like right at the beginning of this flight training. I'm barely getting the hang of it as it is. And of course, you know, trying to stream at the same time doesn't help, but hey, I'm trying to document what I'm doing here.
Warp to landing.
Alright, so let's see. Warp to landing. Ready to perform a landing for this lesson. You're on a 3-mile, 45-degree entry to the downwind leg. The wind is still blowing from the north at 5 knots. Remember to crab into the wind throughout your flight in the traffic pattern. Gotcha.
Maintain heading, airspeed, and altitude.
Alright. So heading is at 230. Airspeed's right about 110. And we're at 1500. Altimeter. Okay. Okay, I think I see up here. The airstrip. Down up in here. Cool. It's looking good. Go back. Trim there a bit. Slightly off our heading there, a couple degrees.
Reduce power to 2,300 RPM. Slow to 90 knots.
Alright, 2,300. Yeah, I'm already there. Slowing down to 90 knots.
Turn right to join the left downwind for runway 9 and make the radio call.
So if we were on a 45 at 23. Let's see where we're at in relation to the airstrip. Alright, cool. Sure, 1,500, huh? Okay. Cruise on down to 1,500
Apply
here.
10 degrees in flaps. Maintain 80 knots.
10-degree flaps.
Turn left base and make a radio call while continuing descent.
Alright, Walker County, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, turning base.
Level wings, deploy 20 degrees of flaps, and maintain 75 knots. Turn
Okay,
final
20
and make
degree.
a radio call.
Walker County, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, turning final to Sierra Papa. So we are obviously way off and way high.
Level wings, lower full flaps, and maintain 70 knots.
Maintain 70 knots, huh? Well, we're probably about 500 feet too high at the moment. So we got white markers down there. Crab in.
Perform a crosswind landing.
Yikes.
Taxi off of the runway.
Alright, taxi off the runway. So I know we already went off past the first one. This has to be the shortest one. Let's check this out. Alright, let's just throw us right back over there. See what we're looking for here. Hey, there it is. I think we're pretty well passing. And again, of course, I think it doesn't recognize the waypoints again. I don't know, you think it was perfect? I guess for a major correction in altitude, wasn't too bad. But definitely came in way high. In landing pattern. So I think I'm gonna have to send these guys another email because it's been a week since I mentioned this, that their waypoints are off. They only use a single airport for their waypoints. I don't see really what the problem is of why it's taking so long to get this figured out. It's really not cool. Well, I'm not gonna get that close to this guy. So we'll just throw it in here. Saying again. Taxi off the runway. Still doesn't have a clue where we are. I think it's hilarious. I think what happened is when they came out with the last update, I think they might have mirrored the actual airfield. The entire airport might be mirrored, and that's why everything, because when it starts me on the wrong side of the field. It's quite weird. But hey, I mean, that was cool at least. Let's go try, I'm gonna load up another one here. See what we can get. Cross on over. I'm gonna be right back with this while I load up another one, so just hang on tight. Alright, so that one we are working. That was basic instrument maneuver. So we're going to do slow flight and stalls on this one. Okay, launch training mode. All right, got the next one loaded up here. There we go. All right, lesson begins with us already in flight. Set your throttle at 75%. Maintain straight level flight and normal cruise. Once you get established in normal cruise, you'll practice maneuvering during slow flight. Recall from the lesson video that slow flight is flown right from the edge of a stall. You'll be flying at a slow speed with flaps fully extended. The nose of the airplane will be raised significantly above the horizon, so you'll need to hold some right rudder correction to compensate for the exaggerated left turning tendencies of the airplane. When you're ready, let's click to fly.
Maintain straight and level flight.
Safely. Alright, let's get the plane under control. Alright, there we go. Geez, just like that, already up 200 feet. Keep it cruising on down, back down. Lower the throttle so we can and it should be at 2,500. I understand that. Okay, there we go. Now we're back at 2,500. It's level flight.
Reduce power to 1,500 RPM and enter slow flight. Maintain your heading and altitude.
And 1,500 is just weak.
Lower full flaps at 85 knots.
Alright. Full flaps at 85 knots. We're there.
Increase throttle as necessary to maintain 45 knots and 2,500 feet.
We're back to 1,500.
Maintain heading,
Fixing
altitude,
trim.
and airspeed in slow flight.
Increase throttle as necessary to maintain 45 knots. And 2,500. Okay, well. Our heading at 90. Oh no, you're good, bud. Stadius, how's it going? I don't know if I got that correct, but here we're learning how to fly with the Gleim private pilot license.
Turn right to 270
landing went
degrees.
well. However, the approach was quite horrible. Really high on our elevation on the when I was turning in. Bank angle should be 10 degrees right. Altitude should be at 2,500. Maintain. Turning to 270. That's what we're doing. Okay, gotcha. Whoa. We're way low too. Belgium, huh? At work. Can't beat that. Watching some X-Plane on Twitch at 1:30 in the morning. It's kind of a killer job.
Turn left to 090 degrees.
Turn left to 90. Alright. Yeah, I know I should be at 2,500. I have to trim that in, so. Airfoil Labs 172. Is that the expansion for the 172? The realism one? Oh, air traffic controller. Sweet. That's pretty cool. You got any planes coming through at 1:30 in the morning? I hope they fly better than I do if they do.
Turn left to 360 degrees.
Man, this slow flight is no joke. The plane is like all over the place when you're this slow. Everything is exaggerated. All right, power off stalls and recoveries. Oh, it's a separate one? Okay, gotcha. I have the realistic one. I think I'm running that right now. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to go back through and check in a little bit, but the realistic. Actually, this isn't the realistic because the realistic would have the all the stuff up here. So this is just the standard one. Begin stabilizing descent at 52 knots. Okay. Gotcha. Should be more than 0 in a descent. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm here, sitting here holding the trim wheel. As you can see, I'm holding the trim wheel and it's just not going enough because I had trim so high before.
Close throttle.
Close the throttle.
Perform power off stall and keep the wings level.
Alright. Power off stall.
Recover from the stall and climb to 2,500 feet.
Turkey, huh? Nice. Yeah, see, let's see what we had. We're at 4:45 p.m. over here. Still daylight outside. Now we're just working on a climb to 2,500, and I'm going to step on the ball here because we were quite off there. Yeah, that's me right here too. Future pilot, full of hope. With how much money I just spent on the equipment here, I probably could have bought quite a few flight hours. My MacBook Air couldn't perform the necessities for this here, so I had to get a whole new desktop, better video card with a 1070. Running SATEC, yoke, rudder, switch panel, radio panel, and multi-switch.
Return to normal cruise.
Alright, we got it finally. 2,500. Back to normal cruise. Alright. I guess we can go back here and correct our heading a bit. Tell you what, right now I'm
Turn
definitely
left to 270 degrees.
not getting approved for a license at this point. Alright. Flat positions should be at 0. Engine should be at 2,500. It's a lot of, yeah, it's a lot of SATEC equipment. And then my desktop, of course. Turn left to heading 270. I normally want to do this without losing altitude, but I'm a little high, so I'm going to drop the nose a bit while I do this. Back off the throttle so I'm not increasing too much airspeed in this descent as I head over to a 270. Yeah, I am using the SATEC yoke and rudders pedals. Okay, power on, stall, and recovery. Unlike the power off stall, where the airplane is flying at a slow speed, a lower power setting, and with fully extended flaps, a power on stall occurs at or near full throttle in a clean configuration. Due to consideration of power on stall, recovery is very simple. Just lower the nose a bit. Slight decrease in the pitch of the nose will decrease, and the angle of attack will return to airplane in a flyable state very quickly. Be sure not to overpitch the downward direction, as this will unnecessarily cause a descent and most likely an RPM setting above the engine's normal operation levels. Okay. No, I haven't seen that yet. The Honeycomb Aeronautical Flight Controls. I'll have
Slow
to
to 62
check that
knots.
out and see what that is.
Maintain heading and altitude.
Is that a yoke configuration, or is that a joystick? I'll go ahead and click on that link when I get a chance. Got that saved in the background here. Yeah, it should be at 2,500 feet. See? Look away for just a split second. You're already up to 250 feet. Okay, yeah, I actually have seen that setup. Looks pretty cool. So, let's see, do either of you have X-Plane 11? Oh yeah, I think Stadius. Yeah, you do have X-Plane 11. That's right. Have you checked out the Gleim flight instructions that is embedded with X-Plane? Oh, of course you got to purchase the add-on, but through Gleim, which is what I'm using here, which is all this instructional stuff here. So I'm playing on a 32 TV, and then I got a 19-second monitor over here for my streaming and the chat window. That's right. Yeah. I misspoke. I remember as soon as I asked you. So you got me very many hours on there. Hey, watch your heading. There you go. Chimed in the link for you. So it's a flight training course for your private license embedded into X-Plane. It's like having an instructor in the plane with you, going over the actual stuff that you do to get your pilot license. So obviously this here won't get you your pilot license, but this is just gives you an idea of what you're up against, and get you practicing before you even have to hit the plane, and possibly save you a lot of money by doing it this way, and learning what you need to do before you get in the plane. you're a little more familiarized with what you need to do. So, like I said, I'm just starting to learn. Pretty cool though. It's definitely made X-Plane a lot better for me, because I just had no idea what I was doing. I just picked a local airport, flew out of it, and that was it. Fly it around and crash if you need to. Yeah, so it is VFR training, and the course I just did right before this, right before you got in here, I was doing IFR. They put you in zero visibility, just straight up fog, and give you headings and turns and just all kinds of different maneuvers that want you to do at the same time. Yeah, anything that's going to be on your test is what it goes over, from your stalls to your turns, your maneuvers, stall recovery. It even does your long flights that are required. I'm probably not the best spokesman for these guys, but hey, I just started. I've actually spent more time trying to get this stream working out than I have anything else. You know, so I just noticed. Oh, that's cool. I'm not even running my flight aware in the background. Let me see what that did for you guys. Maybe you'll get some information on the top of the screen there. Hey, there we go. It does have something. But this here is absolute proof that you can be way too distracted while flying. I mean, it just takes seconds and you're just completely off course when you're not using an autopilot. Yeah, that's funny. The wife walked in and asked, "Hey, why is our security cameras turned back on?" Like, what do you mean, why are they turned back on? Why were they turned off? So I've had my equipment maybe 3 months. And like I said, I spent most of the time just trying to figure out how to get the streaming process working, because I kind of wanted to document everything I'm doing. And to me, that was a little more important than actually getting in the plane. So I did that first. So I've been doing off and on. I've been actually reading the private license books for like the ground school, and trying to just get my head wrapped around that sort of thing, so I can understand a little more how flying works. Right now, going through the weather section, learning learning about the different atmospheres and how the temperature is controlled by the atmosphere. So that's kind of cool. Whoa, streaming since 2014. That's awesome. No. Yeah, I've literally just started everything. I actually borrowed a green screen from my sister, who had it in her room and is not using it at all. And her lighting, because she was going to do some streaming, not game related, but more like makeup related, and just never got around to doing it. So I was like, hey, let me borrow this because I'm having real bad shadows. I'm having a lot of fade out with the fake green screen. I want to see if just doing the slight corrections with the green screen and the lighting helps. And I mean, talk about a huge difference.
Maintain heading and altitude.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to check out that 172. I also got, I think it's Just Fly, the Piper PA-28. I actually really like that plane and wish that this Gleim software allowed for other planes outside of the Cessna 172, because man, I love the low wing Piper. That's just a cool plane. That's what I see myself, purchasing in the future when I do get a pilot license. The reason I'm getting into flying is just because it's time to change career. And with the major shortage in pilots over the next, some odd years, they're saying over a decade, there's a huge shortage of pilots. Hey, what better place to have an office than in the air? So let's see here. Yeah, Stadius, shoot me your channel link, and then I'm gonna follow you. So I'm using OBX Studio. I have created several scenes for transitions. Of course, it's all manual. I don't know if there's a way to do any sort of automatic transitions, but it's just like the simplistic be right back. I have donations set up, however, of course, still sitting at 0. Well, that's primary because I was using Streamlabs OBS Studio, and it has a lot of that stuff embedded, but I was having a problem with the camera settings. It doesn't use the same camera settings as the standard OBS, and I wasn't getting anywhere near the quality for the camera that I'm using. And then it just seemed like it's a lot simpler the way I'm doing with this OBS. So and I guess that's too why it's taking me almost a month and a half to try and figure out the different studios and get back in the plane while reading my ground school books, because I had everything set up on the Streamlabs OBS and then wasn't happy with it, so I wanted to try the standard OBS, and I just liked it so much better. Paraglide pilot, wow. I bet you got the glide slope down 100%. Really, you think Streamlabs is better, huh? Okay. Maybe I did it backwards. Maybe I need to because I did Streamlabs first, and from a blank canvas, and I'm wondering if maybe now I should try and go back and embed all my OBS settings to Streamlabs, and maybe that'll be a lot better. See, here we go. I don't know if you caught me last time when I was speaking about how they just did the new update with X-Plane, and the waypoints were messed up on the local airport that they use for their program, which is Walker County. And I'm assuming that's why we're still flying over here, the same heading. So let's see if we just go ahead and let's just go warp to landing. And let's
maintain 2,300 RPM, a
2,300
degree heading, and 1,500 feet.
Okay. 2,300 RPMs. 230 heading. And a 1,500 feet. Alright, there we go. Here's our airstrip. Fixing to trim here. Of course, the space that I have for my setup here is, I'm in the corner. It's very cramped where I'm at. My wife has her whole makeup studio just over here to the side, with right behind me, behind the green screen, is a running machine. So real cramped in the corner, and yeah, I'm almost hitting my knees on the pedals, on the rotor pedals.
Remember to trap into the wind during the downwind lift.
Let's cruise on down. Cut out the throttle. Alright, we are going to head into the downwind, and I think we're going to be pretty close.
Fly the remainder of the traffic pattern.
Alright, let's kick that back up. Alright, well at least we're closer now. Too close to runway. Alright, we're going to roll out a bit. Too close. Yeah, I know I should be at a heading of 273. It's alright. There we go. Yeah, I see your messages. When I hit this landing, I'm going to go back and read those. Alright, well, I guess it's not going to tell me what to do, so... Because I figured I'm actually quite a ways out from base turn. And I guarantee we're going to be to an immediate... Yeah, we're way off. Let's do this. Join the left downwind of the pattern.
Remember to grab into the wind during the downwind lift.
Grab into the wind. Alright, we're at 270 heading.
Fly the remainder of the traffic pattern.
Should be at 2,300. So it's been a couple of days since I've been on the first couple instruction levels, so I think I need to go back because I'm obviously forgetting a little too many things on crabbing into the wind, and could be I just am trying to do too many things at once here. But all right, find the remainder of the traffic. All right, we're 45 out. Let's go ahead and turn in to base. We'll throw another degree of flaps. Yeah, this is horrible. You'd send me back around, I know that. Already 1,200 feet too high. Or well past it. God dang. Alright. Yeah, you would have sent me back. Send me back around. You know what? Hey, this is Crash Airlines, so when all else fails, crash. So I have the 8,700K. Oh yeah, there's absolutely no way. Let's keep it going. Let's make another pass. Hey, don't worry, I'll go back and read all this. I just want to get a decent landing here. Okay, we'll come back up on 1,500 again. Alright, let's go ahead and turn downwind again. So this looks about back to where we were before. Let's mind my heading this time so I get a little better opportunity. How much is CBR you're using? 45K. All right, we are 45. Okay, well now I'm gonna turn base. And increase our flaps here. Roll out. Hey, what do you know? Alright, Walker County, Cessna 172, Sierra Papa, turning final. To Sierra Papa. No chance. Flaps are all the way down already, huh? Alright. Don't try this at home. Actually, that's the only place you want to try this. Nope.
Maintain runway center line and prepare to exit the runway. Taxi off of the runway.
No bueno. Not my cup of tea on that one. Thanks. Alright, and we're gonna watch. We're gonna taxi off here, and it's not gonna hit the waypoint. Hey, thanks for the follow, buddy. Yeah, both of you. Thanks for the follow. Oh man, that's awesome. Landing in the grass. That's alright, you would have told me to go back around and try again. You wouldn't even let me land that one. Probably would have had air patrol out there ready to take my wings as soon as I landed. Set that brake. Clear out the flaps. Leave my beacon on. Boom. All right. Let's park that for a minute. Let me get caught up over here. See what we got going on. Yeah, there's no alert visible on the screen. I'm sure it's because I have it set up in Streamlabs and not OBS. Did not set the alert up for the stream. I'm guessing not. Not sure what you mean by setting up an alert. So I got Restream.io, which I have to manually send out social alerts. With Twitter and Facebook when I stream. Go back through. Yeah, I have it set up on Streamlabs. I guess I just haven't crossed it over, and according to you, Streamlabs is a lot better anyway. So I think if I just import my settings to Streamlabs again, and then it was easy to set up all the alerts and donation pages and following pages with Streamlabs. So I can do all that. Can we watch the replay, please? Let's see if view. Bear with me while I try to remember where the replay is at. Toggle video recording. There we go. You really want to see the landing in the grass? Yeah, that looks about right. Show a tower. So what do you think? Coming in hot, coming in high. And all the way down the field. Hey, there's my taxi. That's why I couldn't find it. Oh boy. Let's hit that again. See if we get a bounce out of it in the grass. Hey. Might have been a little rough, but could have been way worse. At least we didn't have to call the fire department out. Alright, Board of Fair. Appreciate you getting on, man. Wish I was a little better, but I'll get there. No, because, well, yes, you can go back to my previous streams and pull it back up. That's the way you would want to do it, because when I reloaded X-Plane to do this second setup for the other instructional video through Gleim, it resets the whole X-Plane and relaunches it. But if you go back to previous streams, it'll be right there. And you can pull up that last landing, which is a lot more normal. Yeah, see, I should have cleared my flaps out by now. At least the scenery is really cool with all the lakes around here. That is pretty cool. It just looks like it's absolutely in the middle of nowhere. Alright, there's some roads down there. No buildings. It's awesome. Yes. I actually have that sim. I just haven't. I'm just not even close to getting ready to use it yet. I'm just still trying to learn how to fly. So you've been streaming for a while. What do you recommend? Sucks, man, is you know, 2 weeks ago they had all their waypoints correct until the new update for X-Plane came out, and then just totally messed it up. So I had no problem going through anything until 2 weeks ago. I messaged them after I went through and it messed up twice on the waypoints. I figured, well, it's got to be something wrong with the system because it wasn't doing that before, and it took them like almost a week to get back to me. But it's because I emailed them with the wrong email account. I emailed their sales account, not their tech side, so I think it's quite the quick response I needed. Visual circuits. So what's visual circuits? What do you mean by that? And as far as what do you recommend? How soon just get into the VAT sim before I get in there and don't know what I'm doing and they kick me out? Wait on coming back, yeah. See, look, launch.
Release parking brake and allow airplane to roll forward.
And the waypoint has me loaded up in the grass. Let's see, where am I in ref? Yeah, see, it's the exact opposite side. Where it's supposed to be. Gotcha. Yeah, I have practiced several of those, and it actually does that on... I was trying to figure out what lesson it was. I think it's lesson 3 here. I was right now doing lesson 4, so I'm going to back up all the way to lesson 2 again and start going back through it. And going from there to get a little more familiarized again with what I'm doing. But yeah, I've done a bunch of, I've done the touch and goes. I've stayed in the pattern, gone around the pattern of the airport. Pretty close to what I was doing a second ago. It's just harder trying to make it work.
Taxi onto runway and turn right on runway center line.
When their waypoints are messed up and you're trying to follow their instructions. There we go. It's like I gotta manually do this every time. Just get back over here on the pavement.
Apply full throttle.
So this program that's an add-on to X-Plane called Gleim uses waypoints for the series of items it wants you to do. They did an update, and now the waypoints don't actually match. Like I think what you're saying is the GPS location. to how it should, which it did 2 weeks ago. Have a node NT USB.
Maintain runway center line. Apply gentle back pressure at 55 knots. Rotate at 62 knots. Climb to 2,500 feet at 74 knots.
Do a takeoff here. Air rack to update all those waypoints to get the correct SID star VOR. So, air. So is that something I need to search for online, or is that something that I need to update embedded to X-Plane? Yeah, to both. You can buy it, or you can download it with torrent. Okay, gotcha. So it is outside of X-Plane. It's just so weird that with just an X-Plane update, it messed everything up. Yeah, gotcha. With it, I understand what you're saying with the torrents there.
Begin level off from Gleim.
AIRAC. I'm gonna punch that in over here while I hit pause, like you can do, you know, in a real plane. Air pack, aviation files. Okay, I got that loaded, so I can check that back out.
Enter
Appreciate that very
cruise.
much.
Turn left to north.
Alright, just turn left to north. Okay, cool. That helps out a lot. So what are you using to watch this stream? Are you using a browser? Are you using your phone, iPad, or how's that working for you? $1,500. Gotcha. Is it 1,500 feet? AGL. Right.
Maintain straight and level flight to practice area.
Okay, I think I get what you're saying. Let's do this. Lessons. Unload lesson. Let's go to my let's go to my local. No, it's good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that's why I was up at 2,500 feet. I realized that you were saying that's where I figured out that you want me to do that, which yeah, that's cool. I'll just load up my local. Not a problem at all. Let's change location to runway. And they exit on 30R. Yeah, good old Bakersfield. We're close to sea level. We're at roughly 400 above sea level. Kind of let it get caught up there. Yeah, I can do the instruction from the guy anytime. I got that for a good amount of time. Okay. So at the airfield here, over here at my almost 45, it's going to be a yellowish orange building. It's an aeronautical university back over here, and I'm actually planning on going there here next year. Yes, Merle Haggard Drive. There's a road crossing the runway. So that is a bridge at the far end for the runway. So the runway actually goes over Merle Haggard. Merle Haggard goes underneath at that point. I don't actually know if many people actually use the runway that far down, because they don't really use that 12 runway from what I see. Okay, I'm gonna level out at 1500. I'm going to head out. got a bit of a haze today, which is quite normal. Head out, and I'm going to head back in through the right. See this here, crossing over, is the 99 freeway. Quite a large circle. Why not play a more popular game? Yeah, because I'm learning how to fly. Thanks for joining us, though. What would you recommend that's a more popular game there, Max? Okay, did you look into maybe buying a track IR5 with the clip with it? No clue what that is. Slow down. Yeah, I'm way off the airport over here, obviously. Yeah, I'm just trying to head into it, 45 degree. There we go. Fortnite? Oh, geez. I'll leave that to my younger brothers about that. All right. Enter the downwind. High frame rate. Situational awareness, adding depth to the PC game experience and pulling you further into the game. Gotcha. Yeah, I played last season in the Fortnite. Didn't even make it through a whole season. I got bored of it already. Alright, let's try turning base here. Now, are you wanting me to do touch and goes when I do this? Or just circle the airport? Around 160. Well, already got a lot more into it than that. What's one more thing, right? Okay, so I'm obviously coming in high. Altitude 1100. Yeah. Flaps 2. Flaps 3. Guess I forgot to cut the throttle there at the end. Yep. Alright, let's zoom again. Didn't really mean to take the turn off there for the taxiway. Okay. Yeah. You're talking. Yes. That'd be my pattern there. It'll pop up there for you in a second. not gonna go with that one. Let's there we go. Load that back up. So I don't know if you noticed, but I forgot to clear out my flaps. So I reset that. Of course, I'm sure that's where a checklist come in handy. Okay. So it's not a normal circuit. You said you had the real expansion experience. Something. Yeah, let's I'll load that now. Class. Yeah, I took off with flaps 3. And at 30 knots, it was off the ground. Alright, so let's, yeah, see, here we go. Power 75 knots. Yeah, follow the checklist. The checklist has it all right there for a cold start. Back. I think learning the terminology is probably the hardest thing for me to do, because in my ground school book that I'm reading, I'm not really going through and memorizing everything because I don't have that kind of time, nor am I actually trying to go through and get my pilot license at this time. I'm just getting the sort of ground understanding of trying to get through the book, so at least I have little roots as to what's going on, and then I can go back and actually try and learn everything. So 90 knots, 1,500 feet. And you want me to make a left turn or right turn out of the airfield? Airport. And you only make 4 turns at 90 degrees each time. Right. For stop and goes. means 300 degrees on the compass, right? Yes. Add a 0. Left land circuit. Because you sit left, so you can see the runway better. Except for the wings in the way half the time. Alright. Gotta disable X camera with this one, I remember. And yes, I am too high already. Okay, camera settings. We have to re-enable that. Sorry about this, bud. I was hoping this would have been a lot easier, but... Okay, that helps. Thank you. So all camera keys are disabled with the realistic expansion, so I'll have to go through back at some other time and get all those camera views set back up. So for now, I'll just run with the one I was running with. Make sure they work. Yeah, okay, good. They're working back to the normal. Alright, so we're taking off 300, going to 210. Oh, I'm having fun, all right. I hope I'm not boring you and making myself look like an idiot. All right, so 300 is going to 210. Yeah, 90 degrees out. Flaps 1. Yeah, well, at the moment, the rigs aren't doing me any good. Looking on my left side. Try and stay on this heading. Yeah, those honeycombs do look pretty fancy. Yeah, 120 is directly behind me, right. Okay, let's go ahead and turn base. 120 over to 30. Kern River. It's 2. Okay, turning final. Probably too soon. Flaps 3. Lights are 2 and 2. Gotcha. There's one attempt. Trust on idle when above the runway. Yeah, that one was pretty rough. I would agree. But hey, I got the flaps up. Got back into the throttle. Took off again. Oops. Let's go ahead and head on over to .210. Rolling out. On to 120 for the downwind. Circuit patterns around 6 minutes, okay. Flaps 1. 2-minute cross. So if you consider, if you want to start two-minute crosswind, 2-minute downwind, 2-minute base. Gotcha. And good old Tech here got a nice little digital clock on my yoke here. If I would just use it, that would come in handy. Okay, getting a little off heading there. speed, altitude control, you will become better. Then you add control for communications to add difficulties, right? Yeah. I'm sure that's where the VAT sim will definitely come in handy at that point. Nav or VOR nav. Start your VFR from point to another one. Awesome, thank you. I should be paying you for this stuff. Okay. Say we're probably out far enough. Go ahead and turn base over 30. Pretty good. We were over the Kern River last time. So last time I was a little further out. Okay. So base and crosswind, how long are you on those legs? Two minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So is it a 1 minute? All right, turn final. Coming a little high. There we go. Flaps 3. Yeah, I said 2 minutes to work wide. Afterwards, you can shorten it a bit. Gotcha. Throttle back up. Touch and go. Rotate. crosswind. I think that landing was a little better. Downwind. Flaps 1. I didn't catch with that last one. Something about a 360 on the downwind. Like if there was a traffic on final and you have to make a turn or spacing. Gotcha. Let's try that one. Maybe the next circuit. Yeah, real hazy today. So I'm going to try and wait so I can turn over the Kern River there. No. Tired? No. I do got some groceries I gotta go pick up from the grocery store here pretty soon, but it is only 6 p.m. for me. Onto the downwind. It is not that easy, even if it is a game. Well, trust me, I don't think this is a game because I can do games. This is much harder. How much is the people formation in USA? Around 8,000 to 9,000. Oh, okay. Well, strictly just your private license. Flaps are already at 2. Good. Okay. Let me make this turn quick. $11,000 to $13,000 roughly. But I'm going to go through the university to get my bachelor's at the same time, because I am completely changing my career path. I put my wife through school. She's finishing at the end of it. Well, she just started her last year on her master's. So I'm going to start. It's my turn to go now. Yep, we're high. Yep, 35. Nope, too rough. Okay, give it one more time. I'm gonna try that 360. Air traffic controller since I was 18, 38 years old now. Well, let me tell you what, I never even thought about getting into flying, because for me it was always a rich person's sport, and I was well below that standard. And all I can say is, well, now I'm going to give it my all. One more year till I can get started. And looking forward to it. The end of down, gotcha. And in this obviously left pattern, I'm going to make a right hand 360. Man, still climbing. Right hand turn, otherwise it would be a conflict. That is why I asked 360 but did not tell you the way. You found it yourself. Yeah, I don't think I want to hit the airplane as it goes through. How does this mic sound, by the way? I've been playing with how far away it is from me, and compared to the sound levels of the game or the sim. Am I speaking clearly enough? Should I move the mic around? Standard rate turn is fine as a 3 degrees per second, which, yeah, 2 minutes for 360. Whoa. Awesome, thank you. See Rode NT USB is a good choice. Rode NT. Oh, for the microphone? Gotcha. Alright, so here. Back to the game. I'm going to try 360, 3 degrees. No, I'm using the, what do you call it? Shoot, what is this thing called? The blue mic. Hold on, what is it called? I'll look it up in a second. This rate of turn does seem like I'm going quite a bit faster than I think I should. Blue Yeti, thank you. I knew it was Blue Y something, and I just couldn't think of the stinking name. Yeah, that's what I'm using. My brothers do a football podcast, and they use the same mic, and it's pretty good. Almost made the. Alright, there we go. So that's my 360. I'm going to turn. Base. Level out. Flaps 2. Tell you what, if there's a way to fly this thing with camera controls without having to use the mouse, it'd be a lot more coordinated. It's obviously an extra step that just wouldn't be in a real life situation. Yeah, full stop sounds like a good idea. Hey, what do you know? Came in right at 1100 and a little under 1200. Flaps 3. Probably should know what my landing speed's supposed to be at. That'd probably help. I think that's why I keep falling suddenly right over the runway, because I'm going too slow. High, so there we go. Back on track. missed my landing area, but I'll be okay, I think. Oh, too hard again. Glad it's not a tail dragger. Okay. Tower 172 Sierra Papa. Clear a runway 30 right. Taxiing to somewhere. There's a big plane for this airport. Yeah, that would not be here in Bakersfield. Jeez. Oh, VIP must be for me. Hey, buddy. Supposed to be waiting for me. Alright, let's see what we got here. Landing off, strobe. Nav beacon on. Flip those all off. Ignition to off. Brake set. Okay, clear out my trim. Hey, okay. It's back. It's waiting for me. Stop. Yeah, anyways. X-Plane G1000. Cool. Okay, I've got like 4 links pulled up for the stuff you sent me, so let's just go take a look. So the university would be this whole area here. And Oh, no. It'd be this area here. Looks like. Assuming that's what this is. The pool's right there. Yep. Cool. Let's see what you got over here. Move this on out the way. Oh, no. I guess I still need that, huh? Kind of hard to communicate when it's a little far away. Yeah, Blue Yeti is my mic. Track IR. Don't think I had that one pulled up yet. Okay, there's track IR. Whoa, really? Just move your head? Do I gotta wear headgear, or how does that work? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so it is kind of like a headgear piece. That's cool. Twitch TV. Channel. Let's see if I go down there. Okay, yeah. Well, that setup there is a picture that I have at the bottom. My Saytech equipment. I've made some changes. Equipment's all primarily the same, except for I've moved stuff around. Yeah, it's need an updated picture there. Okay, so this VFR flight training handbook. This is cool. Yeah, thank you for that. Let's see. Download 2014. Be right back. Let me pull up my screen here. So, this is the pilot handbook I've been reading. There we go. Wow. I got so much cropping going on in my thing here. But anyways, Gleim Aviation pilot handbook. That's what I've been going through. And like I said, I'm not memorizing anything. I'm just literally just trying to get through reading it, so at least I have a basis, kind of a good idea of what's going on before I go back and actually go through everything. But shoot, where am I at? 365 pages. Got another 200 more to go. But the good thing is I don't mind reading. So there was the video too. Yep, got the video. Yeah, man, I'm totally motivated. And I only got one more year till I get started. I mean, I get started with this stuff now, but actually enrolled and in the air One more year. Oh, it totally is. Which is why I'm glad though. Having to ingest all this, like you're saying, giving myself an entire year of actual learning and reading and before I even go. So I'm not going to go in cold turkey, not knowing anything. So that's good. I'm just at the start now. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, this is your cold and dark, what you're talking about. Wow, 2 hours, 47 minutes. It's pretty good. Not a bad stream. I just made that banner at the top right before this stream. Real simple. Just kind of threw it together through my FlyAware forms up there so I can at least get some sort of information. Makes it a little more entertaining. Yeah. But appreciate everything you've been saying. I really do. I'm going to go with my wife, go get these groceries, then I'll come back in a little while and maybe get back on here later tonight. But appreciate you watching, appreciate your helping. Honestly, I don't know anybody yet. I knew a single pilot, which I just moved out of the area. I'm not in contact with that person anymore. But being that I'm just starting to get into stuff, that's going to have to change when we get more involved. Yeah, but I'll definitely be asking you and appreciate it. Hopefully I made your day go by a little faster. Your work shift. Gave you something a little entertaining to watch. So, from Belgium, speak French. About parlez-vous français is about one of the few things that I know. And the other one's, I love you, but I don't think you care to hear that. That's for my wife. Yeah, I know. There are a lot of good YouTuber pilots. I have watched quite a few, but a lot of them are in the big planes, not the general aviation, which is a lot harder to find when, I'm just starting out. I don't want to jump into the big planes, so. But the information they do provide is very handy. Yeah, you like that, huh? Anyways, but I don't know. Let's see. Did I get your channel info? Twitch. Okay. You got this sort of yin yang, fire and ice thing going. Un essai de se retrouver entre que you. No idea. probably made that sound horrible. Aviation 101. And play lots of games. I'm the only one to play X-Plane. Gotcha. What other games do you play? Or console, for that matter. Aviation 101. Is it Mr. Aviation 101? Yeah, I don't mind the speaking French. My wife can translate. Simulation games mostly. And survivals, gotcha. So not like the other guy is talking Fortnite. Which I don't play either, so no big deal. Rust, Assetto Corsa, The Hunter Call of the Wild, Farming Simulator, Scum, gotcha. I've seen Farming Simulator, the others I've not seen any of those. Unless Assetto Corsa, is that the off-roading one with four-wheel drive vehicles going through the wilderness and mud? Our Twitch channel is Zoo Gaming. Oh, there you go. You got a follower now. 5 streamers on that channel. Gotcha. Yeah, I play when I'm not on here. Assetto Corsa. Ooh. Okay, that is another one they do drifting on, isn't it? I think I've seen drifting on that one. Yep. Drift mods. Yep. I use the Forza for Xbox. Just haven't played in a while. The Hunter hunting animals. Scum and Rust survival. Gotcha. Yeah, I was playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 earlier because they just released a backwards compatibility a couple days ago. The funny thing, I just gave that game away to my brother, all my Call of Duty series, because hey, I was like, well, I'm not going to play any of those anymore, and then sure enough, it goes backward compatibility. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna grab that back and play Nuremberg, and well, probably didn't say the name right, but yeah, I know the track you're talking about. 12-mile track, something like that. You want to ride there with your car for real? What kind of car is it? Let's see what this thing looks like. So, almost looking like a Ford Focus. You probably don't like hearing that, huh? Cool car. Yeah, I got a Jeep myself. Used to be into drifting. I had a lot of Nissan 240 SXs. About 11 to be exact. And then realized I couldn't drive anywhere because my cars are all too low. Got pulled over too many times. Too many tickets for modified exhaust. and everything else, and said screw it. They don't pull over guys with Jeeps, so I haven't been pulled over in the last. I haven't been pulled over in 10 years, 8 years now. Oh, I googled it. Yeah, I don't know exactly what an Audi RS3 Sportback is because the Euro scene is not too big here. But American muscle and Japanese cars are much more prevalent. Hey, maybe you know, is totally off topic here. Anytime I try running music, like from any app, in the background off my phone or whatever, if it picks it up on the audio, it totally shuts. It doesn't shut down my stream, but it deletes my stream once it's been uploaded. You got any way? You know any way to get around that? Probably looks funny. I'm always totally looking off camera, but it's because my browser is on my other monitor. There, that probably helps. Man, a lot bigger. Delay the stream. Play it directly from YouTube from your gaming computer. Yeah, I do. I actually like. I've used Spotify, I've used YouTube, and I've used Pandora straight from the computer in the background on another browser, and as well as off of my phone in the background. And if the mic picks it up, it removes all the sound, including the gaming sound, from the stream. Yeah, the mic is picking it up. It's almost like I'd have to run it to headphones. Yeah, see. I was looking at doing it more as for the viewer, more as so myself. Yes, it's picking up, the mic's picking it up from the speakers. And then it'll say copyright and cuts off all the audio on my stream. So you rocking an automatic or a manual with that car? Although, I think only Americans are lazy and have gone to automatic, so my guess is you actually have a manual. See how accurate that is. Manual sport. One I want to ride fast. Okay, so a clutchless. You have a clutchless, it's automatic with just a paddle shifter basically. Yeah, 400. And Audi, so all-wheel drive. $1.60 per liter. A Super 98. Okay, we run 97 or 96 here. At in California, about $3.99 a gallon. So, what's a liter to gallon? So it's about roughly the same. In my Jeep, I get about 10 miles to the gallon, so it drinks a lot too. Yeah, I threw the link up there for my Facebook a little while back if you wanted to see my previous cars that I used to have on my 240s. The majority of them are on there. But 5 gallons is 5 liters? No. So it looked like the conversion rate was 2 liters per gallon. Let me look at it again. Liters to gallons. No, I take that back. 1 liter is a quarter gallon. So 4 liters is a gallon. $1 gallon, no, almost $4. California, United States, state of California has like the highest price for gas. Let me see. Yeah, see, United States average is a 286 a gallon, and we are anywhere from 350 to 409. So we're well above the average for the U.S. So my wife has a Prius because my Jeep likes to drink gasoline. And we pay $1.60 per, so $32 for your, what the hell? You pay $32 for my gallon? No. How many liters per gallon? 3.8 gallons, or excuse me, 3.8 liters equals 1 U.S. gallon. So at 3.8, and you pay yeah, because you said $2, so $8 a gallon. Oh, 8 times more. 3. Shoot. Too much. No wonder why nobody drives there. So for you to get around that track, it's going to cost you a nice penny. Weird. Let's see. And you... from Belgium. You call it petrol. US dollars. Okay, so in US dollars, so it says one gallon of gas is $6.11 in US dollars in Belgium. And in euros, what do you have? 526. Was it quid? Pounds? Something like that. Weird. Good Fox, I like that. Yeah, sorry. Just doing a little chatting it up after my nice little flight of learning how to fly. Thanks to Stadius or Stadius. I see. I exited the plane here. Maybe I'm watching from outside. See, door open. It's the invisible Cessna. Boom. See, doesn't it's not even faded. You run right through it. Nobody cares. It's the ghost. Yep, there you go, 3.78. Yeah, that's where the math was coming in wrong. We're just comparing price of gasoline or petrol from the United States to Belgium, and then comparing the rate. And just hanging out. Time to go pick up groceries though. So, all right, fellas. Appreciate it. Yes, they are blind. Hey, Fox, feel free to follow the channel and follow me as I learn to fly. I'm going to have to get off right now, but hit me up on the next time around. Just got all my setup going with my green screen and cameras and my lighting. And now it's just learn to fly. All right, guys. Follow the channel. It's also on YouTube. Thanks, Fox. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. See, Stadius, there you go. Didn't get the pop-up on the screen, but at least I got the message on my phone. Catch you next time, guys.